Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning viewer. I am the Moorland Fairy Tarot, and today we are doing a love reading. So, today we are going to pick an egg, pick a pile, and reveal a secret love message for you. So, as per usual, we have 1, 2, 3 piles to pick from. 2 yellow eggs, 1 pink. We have a tiara, a heart, and a key. And underneath the eggs, we have your secret love message. So, without further ado, let's get into the reading. Okay, hello pile 1. Let's get you started with your secret message. Someone new is being drawn to your light. You're exactly their type of magic. Well, now I'll go ahead and read to you your little fairy card. The Troll Fae. Follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. I think I'll put this up here because I feel like it seems like there's 2 parts to your reading, and I personally feel like this relates to your person. I feel like this top card, 3 of Cups, really represents you and your energy, and I feel like this Knight of Cups represents your person's energy. The one that thinks your magic is exactly their type. What I'm seeing here is that you seem to have a very vibrant, I guess, magical energy, you could say. I feel like you might be a really social person, a really bubbly person, the type to see the glass half full. And I feel like this card represents maybe even how you will run into this person. I feel like it just encourages you to celebrate life and to see the vibrancy of life. You can see around the girls dancing here that there's a bunch of growth, there's pumpkins, there's so much fertility, and I feel like that's kind of representative of maybe what you need to embrace, that really vibrant, alive energy and that celebratory energy. And this Ace of Pentacles, the hand is pointing towards the Knight, so for me these cards, the Ace cards, always make me think of a divine hand bringing you something, guiding you towards something. And they all have pretty beautiful energy. With this one, it kind of speaks to having all your needs fulfilled and being brought into a place of abundance. And again, you see a theme throughout quite a few of these cards of a very fertile background, and it's very beautiful. So I think good things are coming is the main point here. With this Troll Fae card, I feel like this person coming into your life, this romantic partner, they could be kind of unexpected. They're kind of an unexpected treasure. Maybe you meet them in a place you wasn't expecting to find someone like that, or find love, or maybe they themselves are just not what you expected, not maybe what you envisioned yourself going for. But I think overall it's a very positive thing, especially to start out with. But as you can see, we do move into a little bit more difficult energy. The Nine of Swords can speak of obsessive thoughts, nightmares, that sort of a thing, anxiety. And kind of the vibe I'm getting here is that maybe things, the honeymoon phase, things start off really good, but as in all relationships, maybe there will be some tension eventually. That's to be expected. Unfortunately, there's no perfect relationship. Humans are not perfect, so therefore you really can't have an absolutely perfect relationship where there's never any hardship. So I feel like this might just represent that eventually some tension arises, and maybe you have some obsessive thoughts over it, and maybe it's keeping you up at night and causing some anxiety. And with this 3 of Wands, it traditionally represents kind of delegating and asking for help even if you maybe don't want to. So that could be an issue here. Maybe you take on too much responsibility within the relationship and you end up needing to ask for help. But I'm also getting a strong vibe here that it's about communication. So for a lot of you, that could be what it's about, that maybe there's a communication issue and you need to somehow break free of that and talk to your partner and be able to communicate about these problems that have arisen. Maybe they don't even know, maybe they aren't even aware that anything's happening, and maybe it's an issue where you just need to be able to talk to them about it and kind of make them understand what's going on and what's troubling you. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this can indicate being happy with yourself in a single, it could indicate being single again and being happy with yourself. But it could also indicate just that the relationship will need some nurturing, because this is definitely a very nurturing card. And again, it has a lot of abundance within it, and the Pentacle cards usually speak to that abundance as well. So it's possible, just going back to this communication issue, that the relationship will just need some tender love and care, that you might both need to work together to nurture this relationship through difficult periods. But ultimately, the Queen of Pentacles, whether it's a signal that you could end up being single again after the end of this journey, or whether it means that you need to really focus on nurturing the relationship, I have very good feelings about it. It's a very positive card. Lots of abundance, lots of beauty. I feel like it'll all work out in the end. So that's your reading, pile one. I hope you got some good information from it. Hopefully it helps you going forward into whatever relationships you find yourself in this spring. So with that, I will wish you a wonderful Easter, and I hope to see you back on my channel for my next video whenever I do make another one. Bye-bye. Okay, pile two. You have some heavy energies going on here to start out with. I will go ahead and read your secret message. Not all delays or denials. Spirit is orchestrating something better than you imagined. But yeah, that feels very fitting for your pile. There's a lot of energy going on here. I'll go ahead and read your advice card, your Fae card. The Mandragora Mother. Find the secrets hidden in the brambles. That too feels very appropriate for this reading. So we'll start out talking about this Devil and Five of Swords energy. This highly indicates to me kind of controlling, manipulative behavior, potentially some lies, and certainly manipulation. And also, I always get the vibe from this card too, because he has all the swords and these people are back there looking very dejected. It gives a vibe of someone taking more than they're giving. I mean, taking, just not even giving, just taking. And when you combine this with the Emperor card, I'm kind of getting the vibe of someone, I don't want to say toxically masculine, because, you know, I feel like masculinity is a positive thing. But at the same time, femininity, masculinity, it can all be toxic if not balanced out, you know. Everything in life is kind of a balance. There's water to fire energy, there's earth to air, yin and yang. Everything kind of has to be balanced, and this just kind of gives the vibe of someone that has been out of balance, has not been in the divine masculine, but has been thrown out of balance and has leaned into controlling, manipulative behavior that is very low energy. And when you add in the Six of Cups here, this talks of nostalgia, it can speak to childhood love and even past life ties. So this feels very karmic to me, and you combine it with your secret message too. It feels like this top row is probably speaking of something in the past, a person you've been with in the past that has not been good for you. Maybe you have nostalgic feelings towards them. This card indicates that you probably have good feelings towards them, even though they have all these bad traits and the relationship was probably not, on the whole, a good thing. And I think that's what this card is encouraging too. It says, find the secrets in the brambles. Of course, brambles are spiky, they're pokey. It kind of feels like that here. Like you're supposed to look back on this old phase and try to find the secrets within it, try to find the messages, the lessons that are buried in the brambles, so it can help you grow from that. But when you move down here, I'm getting the vibe that maybe there will be some growth, or maybe the growth is already happening to grow past this. With this connected to this, I feel kind of a wistful energy here. Like maybe you're feeling wistful over what you could have had with this person. And it's possible too that you're really ready to move past all this toxicity too. Because he stands at a threshold in life. That's what it looks like to me. He holds the world in his hand. He can go anywhere, he can do anything. He's kind of on the cusp of life, and he can take his life in any direction he pleases. But when you move to this King of Cups, if this person comes back into your life, if you try to rekindle something, I feel like, for one thing, it'll only work, of course, if he's able to come into a better balance. If this person is able to come into a better balance, reach some emotional maturity. And I feel like too here, this card could indicate you. It could indicate stepping into like a divine feminine energy and really seeing your potential, seeing how powerful you are, stepping into your own power. But yeah, the fact that they're perfectly stacked like that, the Emperor is over the Empress, it feels like there is some sort of divine, even karmic connection here. It feels like maybe if you're just both able to come into a balance and reach a place of emotional maturity, especially for this top character, this Emperor character, that you could have a very beautiful and abundant relationship here, and it could be a very celebratory moment. It could be like, after all this difficulty, we finally reach a place where we've succeeded, and we can celebrate our success in our relationship and our lives together. But for that to happen, I would definitely feel like there is a need for growth, for developing that emotional maturity, for being able to tap into your emotions, being able to talk comfortably with one another, both parties, being able to connect to their emotions and intuition and not be afraid of that, not run away from that. 'Cause I think that can be easy to do sometimes, to want to run away from difficult conversations and emotionality, but it's really integral to a healthy foundation, a healthy relationship, being able to talk, being able to be emotional with one another, and be able to trust one another, and for both parties to feel valued too. Because when we're coming back to this control thing and even this Empress energy, you have to be able to feel loved and valued, and that doesn't come from a place of control. If someone's trying to control you, then they're not valuing you like they should. I feel like that's where this comes into, maybe being able to step into your value and understanding that you deserve more than that. Yeah, on the whole, I think the situation could really turn around and be good, but you have to use your own intuition with all these sorts of things. But this is your reading. I hope it was helpful for you in some way, Pile 2. If you like this reading, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and I hope you return to my channel, watch more of my videos, and hopefully you can get some good out of it. Happy Easter. Bye-bye. Okay, Pile 3. So, what I'm seeing so far looks pretty encouraging. I like what I'm seeing. This is your secret message. New love is coming, but it may come in an unexpected form. Be open. I feel like it feels very appropriate for your reading. And I will go ahead and read you your advice cards, your fairy cards. The Spiny Sister. Take pride in yourself. And the Spell Singer. Cast spells of wonder and delight. Okay, so we'll start out with this High Priestess. I feel like this card represents you in your energy. It's a very intuitive card. It speaks to very deep intuition. And you can see this fruit behind her. That makes me think of fertility and abundance. And in this particular card, I think that speaks to your intuition, your inner world, your inner knowing. I feel like you have an abundance of intuition. I feel like you are a very intelligent, very deep person. When you see this Ace of Wands, it's like it's handing the wand off to her. It feels like you are being handed an opportunity in love, and even in self-development, as we look at this Spiny Sister card and this Seven of Pentacles, and even the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like, going back to this secret message about your love, this is kind of a surprising opportunity for you. It looks very beautiful. It looks like on both sides for you and your person, there's a lot of patience and self-development. I feel like you're both going to meet each other at your best, at your highest level, where you've both put in the work, you've both put in the patience to develop yourselves and be your best versions of yourselves. And I feel like you'll bring that to a relationship too, where you will both work hard to create a really beautiful, stable relationship. I feel like you both have the patience to do that, to create something really beautiful and long-lasting. I think I'll just go ahead and jump down to this Nine of Pentacles to connect it to the Spiny Sister. It can kind of speak of travel, wish fulfillment, living your dreams, living in abundance, focusing on yourself. And this Seven of Pentacles indicates that to me as well, in a slightly different form, about hard work and admiring your hard work. So I feel like this is a message for you. I feel like this is also what your person is doing. I feel like they're very focused on developing themselves and living their dreams and trying to develop stability and be a really strong person for you. And I feel like the cards it's kind of encouraging you to do that too, to focus on yourself, to develop yourself and kind of come into your power and come into a place where you understand that you don't need love to be fulfilled. You are enough by yourself, and you've done all this work to yourself to be happy and to accomplish your dreams. And I feel like your partner will have done that too. And then you can come into this relationship fulfilled already and just make it even better by both being healthy and fulfilled. But yeah, I'm getting from the Strength card that I think there will need to be some patience on both parts, but I think you can do that. I think you both have the patience to wait for something great to develop and the strength to do that as well. Yeah, the Strength card really, it speaks to that soft, gentle, patient kind of strength. It can also speak to mastering your fears, which could be good for you. It kind of goes back to that self-development thing. And I suspect this also applies to your person. It feels like you share a lot of energy to me. That's what I feel. Like you both have very similar goals and values. And you're both patient and hardworking enough to get to where you want. And you both want to be the best versions of yourself, is what I'm getting from all of this. And with this Ace of Swords, it feels like it connects to this secret message that there will be like a sudden clarity on this. Like, I kind of get the vibe like you might know this person, you might have met them, and you just never seen them in this light. You never considered them as a romantic partner. And maybe there will be something that just really suddenly surprises you and kind of shakes you out of that and makes you see that, oh, this could be my person. Yeah, I think it'll be a little surprising, but as your secret message says, be open. I think this could be an incredibly beautiful, stable relationship. Because you have a lot of pentacle energy, and that definitely, it speaks to security, stability. I feel like you'll both have the means to create that, to have just a really rock solid relationship. And with the Lovers, you can see the angel like almost blessing their union. It kind of feels like that it's a blessed union, and that it feels like that, like it's a blessed union. You have two ace cards, which I always get that vibe from the ace cards. And then you have the Lovers with the angel. It feels like a very healthy, very equal, balanced relationship. It feels very blessed as well. I feel like you'll be able to create long-term stability and beauty and abundance if you can practice patience and focus on yourself and developing yourself. With this, the cast spells of wonder and delight too. It kind of makes me think that's part of it too, that you need to embrace some just wonder, that maybe you need to embrace that wonder and delight, embrace joy and spontaneity and beauty. Yeah, overall, I just feel like this is such a beautiful spread here. I feel like really good things are coming to you. They might not happen fast, but I feel like really great things are coming your way. And once you meet this person, they're just going to be such a stable force in your life, and I feel like you'll be able to really create something beautiful. So, with that said, I will go ahead and wish you a happy Easter, and if you liked your reading, please do give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I see you again on my next video whenever that happens. Bye.